I am worthless.
Hey guys, Christina Blackfeather here and freshly washed hair. That's why it's stringy. Um, I thought I would address fairly local vegans, no longer vegan video. And just one thing I kind of wanted to say directly to her if she watches this. Um, you put it out there that you were feeling sick and that you were having some serious problems. Don't complain about people being concerned about you over that. Um, you've put yourself out there. You seem like a very nice person. A lot of people like you. And when somebody is as in rough a shape as you were a couple months ago, there's going to be concern. It's just a thing. Don't complain about it. You know, don't be upset with people over it. People care about you. You know, that's just the way it is. Um, and you did put it out there, what bad a shape you were in. I'm glad that you're regaining some of your health. Um, Hopefully you're not drinking urine. I'm sorry, but that one was the one that really got me concerned about what you were saying, is that you were considering doing that. No, it's just no. Um, but beyond that, I fully agree. As far as going and buying things that are going to last. Um, I know a lot of, it's the vegan philosophy is not to have animal products and everything else. And Fairly Local Vegan, she is very much into doing as little waste as possible and as little consumption as possible. So she's doing the thrift store thing. She's doing a lot of stuff like that. And I fully agree with it. And I think it is utterly ridiculous. As she pointed out, for example, getting vegan shoes for her little kids, and she's got little kids. They grow out of things really fast, but if it's not well made, they're also going to go and wear it out really fast. And she wants to be able to pass this down to her other kids. I fully agree with that. So what if she bought leather shoes? Vegan shoes that are made out of plastic, and she said will wear out in one season, and because her kids are outside a lot. And what's the end result of it? They're going to end up in the landfill. Is that appropriate? Is that actually environmentalism? No, it isn't. And I want to put it out there that if there are vegans that are complaining that it's not just for the animals but for the environment, why are they against reusing something that is already made? Why are they against, okay, you're in a thrift store and you see a leather jacket that is extremely well made and super heavy and well insulated, and you're in Minnesota? um are you going to not buy that? If that is the best jacket there, you know it's going to last. It's within your budget, and it's going to protect you from the weather. Why wouldn't you get it? I mean, and it's not an animal has not just recently been killed for this product or anything like that. It is something that somebody is passing down to somebody else in order so that it doesn't end up in the landfill. It doesn't end up just thrown out somewhere. Somebody else is going to be able to reuse it. That's what recycling is. So to come down on her over a pair of leather shoes that she found at a thrift store is the most anti-environmental thing I have heard. Because we need to be supporting local people. We need to be supporting local businessmen. We also need to be, and women, we also need to be supporting reusing. Because all of those things are going to decrease shipping, manufacture, polluting the atmosphere, polluting the soil, polluting the water, thus polluting our food, polluting our breathing, all of that, all together. If we're doing local like she likes to do, she's trying to do as little waste as possible, and if we're reusing items, less is having to be manufactured. What is wrong with a pair of leather shoes? Seriously. And she's not rich. She has children to take care of. You know? So, which comes first, people? A distant animal that, you know, maybe these shoes are 10 years old. Maybe that animal had passed away 10 years prior. Is that more important? Or her children's well-being? That's something you need to consider. She's also stated that she still isn't eating meat. That's fine. But people have come down on her for not being vegan enough or not being zero waste enough. Stuff like that. And I'm by far zero waste. I mean, I'm just not, you know, I do the thrift store thing. I try to recycle. I have limited space available to do a lot of these things. I'm not going to have a bin of things sorted out. I can't always go and just buy in bulk. You know, it doesn't happen. I have to do with what is affordable. And there's a lot of people in my shoes like that. But I do what I can. So I'm not passing judgment as making any claims as being a zero waste person. I do what I can. And that's what she does. And now this question came up in my live stream recently about why is it that people get so judgmental about diet? And this will carry over to this, trust me. Like carnivores are extremely judgmental, vegans are extremely judgmental, fruitarians, you name it. Everybody's in their little clusters and judging everybody else. We're very, very tribal. And this is survival. But nowadays we're not out there surviving in tribes and having a hunt and together and worry about passing on our genes and all of that stuff. So we've taken being tribal to a different level with, and there's also kind of a religious mentality to this as well, especially with something like veganism, where it's, you know, it's not a diet, it's not a lifestyle, it is an entire philosophy, it is life, that sort of thing. You can substitute veganism, you can substitute Christianity, you can substitute Buddhism, you can substitute carnivore, any of this. Just plunk those words in. Guess what? It all ends up sounding exactly the same because it is a mix of religion and tribalism. And that's what she's fallen prey to here is people are very, very dogmatic and tribal about their belief systems. And because she originally was under the vegan label, that has made her as a target, because she said she is ex-vegan, she isn't vegan, and people are coming down on her for it. And it is utterly ridiculous. It is religious thought. And people are, especially ones that are not under the big three of the desert-based religions, are, for religious freedom and all of this, but they get very religious about the food that they eat and very dogmatic about how another person is supposed to live. And Fairly Local Vegan did say one thing, is that people need to pay attention to how they're living first. And that's where she's taken issue with all this judgment that has been coming down on her from the vegan community. And she now labels herself as plant-based. That, when she's walking away from that label, kind of frees her up a little bit, and it sounds like it's improving her health. She's not wanting to martyr herself for an animal, and it sounds like she kind of did take a little to heart what I had said, because I did send her my video addressing her health concerns a while back. That she needs to take care of herself and be there for her children, because they are her primary responsibility before anything else. And she's taken that to heart, and I'm very, very glad. But people need to stop coming down on her for it and grow up a little bit. And, take a look at the log in their own eye first, before talking about somebody else in the splinter in theirs. Harder to do than me saying it. I fall victim to this sort of thing too. I mean, I gripe about others and, don't pay attention to myself. Especially weight-wise, that's been a struggle and everything. That's what, we're all human. We all screw up. We all don't do things right, and kind of need to stop trying to fit group labels, and I think that would make things a heck of a lot better. So overall, I applaud Amber for what she's trying to do. That's Fairly Local Vegan. I'm not talking about the other one. I applaud her for this. She needs to take her family first, and that's what she's doing. And if anybody else wants to gripe about it, come down about it, or whatever, so be it, And, I didn't think I was going to close this with something here, but I don't have a set of bones available. No, I don't. Not within camera shot. But, yeah. I was going to say that this is recycled. I got an elk antler shed back there. It is what it is. And people just, again, kind of need to grow up a little bit. Let go of the tribal mentality. Let go of the religious mentality. And, if somebody is actually working hard at being a better person, where is it your space to complain about what they're doing if they genuinely believe they're doing the right thing and they're still trying to better themselves in the process? So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for stopping by and watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe, share, whatever, or, gripe, comments in the crotch bar. I don't care. So anyway, that's it. Blessed be everybody. Have a great night.